Hello everyone. Okay, let's see. Just getting all set up here. Check everything. I think we're looking good. Hi everyone. I'm showing off, this is one of the new ships I've got for part 2. It's a super freighter for one of the friendly alien races. I still got so much work on part 2, but bit by bit I'm just getting more of the content, particularly all the enemies and friendly stations. So one of these days I'll do a run through of some of the new stuff in part 2. But until then, we'll have to just continue with our series. Okay, let's get started. This is one of my I really like this one. This Tesiphon Leviathan. I think that came out good. But why don't we continue with our series? It's just about a little past 4 o'clock, and I am right here. Hello everyone, welcome. My name is George Mormisato, the developer of Transcendence, and this is a series that I've been doing a permadeath run of the game. This is just a vanilla game, completely vanilla game, unlike some of the previous cool modded games that I've done. So this is just straight vanilla, but it's permadeath, so I'm trying very hard to play conservatively and not die, and of course with the help of everyone online, I've actually managed to do pretty well so far. Okay, so where are we? We're pretty deep into the Outer Realm. Last episode we did a bunch of fleet missions. I think we did pretty well. I think things are going pretty good. Now let me just remember what my status is. Fusion Fire Howitzer looks like it enhanced 50%. That's always good. I've got my nice Seeker missiles, which I always appreciate. I think armor is fine. I think that's probably pretty good. Plasma shields, I think that's almost end game right there. In fact, I remember last episode, it was pretty cool. I really could survive some enemies that in the past I just had a lot of trouble with. I mean, even Ares or the Deimos destroyers, even those seem pretty relatively. I don't want to say easy, but relatively easy. So yeah, I think that's where we're going. Okay, so why don't we get started? Let's see. Last episode I did a bunch of carrier missions. Where am I? I'm in Tianlong star system. I think I've cleared out this system, so maybe next episode, or sorry, rather maybe this episode will move forward. I think the next episode is going to end up being, I guess St. Esperance. I thought it was Point Juno, but Point Juno is a little bit further. So okay, well let's keep going. Inimitable Song says the Deimos is generally a rather unthreatening ship unless you're very underspec for the level. That's fair. That's fair. So maybe my comparison should be against the Omnithor Hunter Killers, which in the past I've also had a lot of trouble with. Okay, should we do a couple more missions? I think last episode we did some more missions. All right. Oh, yep. Bridge. That's not what I want. I want flight deck. Okay, XO. What do you got? Ares Convoy. Okay, so this is the opposite of the freighter escort. I was promoted last episode, if I remember correctly. So this episode, I think we're going on the offensive. I got my howitzer. I got my seekers. Let's see how we do. Now, this also in previous episodes, this was actually pretty annoying. Whoa, especially with chasms. Let's break an attack. And then I'm gonna take care of these guys. Actually, maybe I'll try to take care of these guys. Holy moly! Okay, wait a second. I need to target some of these chasms. Because if I don't... Oh, no! I think I killed my own guy! I need to target these chasms, because if I don't, they will... And I think, basically... Yeah, this is not going well. Basically, everyone's dead. And I'm about to die! How did that happen? Those positron... It's the positron... Whoa, okay, so... Let's rely on the goodwill of Domina if I can. Well, I should repair. I need to repair. There's no Domina for... Let's try again. That guy is bad. Okay, now... Alright, this has not gone as well as I'd hoped. I'm gonna use defend. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oh, jeez. Well, I don't think they're gonna be happy with me. They're not at all going to be happy with me. Now, the other thing I've been doing all this time is trying to get more technology for Dvalin. I don't think I'm going to end up getting enough. And this stuff, I don't think Dvalin cares about any of this. Yeah. Did I loot everything? Oh, that's something else. Uh-oh, here comes somebody. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's that? Who's that? Another... Oh, the chasm probably that I probably escaped because of shields. There we go. Wow. That guy's gonna come back. Alright, let me head back to the carrier so that I can repair. Then, oh, the carrier's under attack. Oh, Ventari. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, at my current condition... I can take Ventari at my current condition. But only if I aim. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my goodness. Okay, here comes the chasm. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am so close to dying. Okay, I'm gonna repair before anything else happens. Tough mission. Yeah. At least I get repaired free of charge here. Holy moly. Okay, let me read let me read a debrief from people about what went wrong. Convoy missions are fun until they start spamming Deimos at escorts at level. Yeah, that's a problem. Really, you should get a small group of Britannias for this one. You know, again, I completely agree here. And we've talked about this in several episodes, and I will fix this, hopefully for 1.8. The Centaurians are for sure under-leveled. We talked about just the imbalance between the Commonwealth fleet, the kind of backbone of the fleet, which is the Centurion, and the Ares. So absolutely, I think rather than giving the player Britannias, I probably would. I'm gonna up level the Centaurians. I don't know exactly what that means, but but I think we need that. Focus on chasms they can kill quickly. Yeah, which is exactly what happened. Yeah, APCs are pretty brutal. Positron, I mean, that's a tier 4 weapon, so you know, my armor and shields just get knocked down. Shields in particular, I think right now I feel like my ship, the shields are that's really protecting my ship. Here comes the chasm again, by the way. If all else fails, use shatter. Nothing from these polars will count because I lost all my ships, which is unfortunate. Okay, now, oh yeah, now he's running away. Oh, bummer. I should have tagged him with missiles while I could. Okay. Shield filler, yeah. The Centurions are utterly useless for any offensive mission. Refuel while you're there. Okay, I will refuel. Really, they need something like DM-1500s or KM-550 versions of them. Yeah, that's super. That makes perfect sense. I mean, the Centurions, yeah, they have crap weapons. The TEV-9 is just barely a, you know, tier. It's not even ion. I think it's a particle weapon. So it's like a tier 2 weapon. So it's totally under level 4 Outer Realm. So yeah, I think that's right. Except the AI refuses to fire the DM-1500 if you put him on a Centurion. The AI, I think, doesn't like to waste missiles, and maybe that setting is a little too conservative. It probably should just blast away more. Yeah, TEV-9 is a particle weapon, not a bad one, but not overly amazing one either. Yeah, I think that's good consensus. You have desperate escape as a last resort, so you won't unexpectedly die. You need level 10 shields to not get hurt too bad. Low-tier weapons that are level balanced can be shockingly powerful against non-armor defenses. Huh. You know, certainly quantity counts, right? If I get just enough hits from ion weapons, which is what the you know, with the lightning cannons, then yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, the AI refuses to use missiles on weak targets, but it also selects the strongest weapon to fire, so it will always choose the TEV-9, and thus never boost damage with a launcher unless it is more powerful than the TEV-9. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's I agree. That's something that I think we should fix. Especially, yeah, I totally agree. All right, let's shall we do another mission at the risk of dying again? I've still got. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're gonna do an Ares commune. This should be hopefully a little bit easier, especially with a wing of Britannias. Assuming that they don't kill each other. I think they just killed that chasm. Okay. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Give it a rest. Give it a rest, guys. Yeah, that's way out there. Pound it from afar. It's not a bad idea. Let's go to beta formation. How far am I? Okay, I'm very close. And now I'll just open up. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Maybe not. Oh man, that's probably not what I want to do. Thankfully that... Oh! Thankfully that, I'm gonna I hesitate to break an attack because I'm pretty sure if I break an attack, those guys will just kill themselves. Oh man. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay, how about this? Didn't get him. Okay, I gotta strategize here. Nope, nope, get out of range of those. I gotta get out of range of these guys. Sorry, I'm being really chicken right now. Fly them away and park them. Yeah, that is actually probably a better idea. But you know what I want to do is I want to try to kind of develop some tactics and then obviously change the AI to see if there's some tactics that might help better than others. So there's the Ares commune, there's the sentry. There goes the sentry, I hope. Okay. Ah, these guys. That sandstorm I'm gonna try to ignore. There goes the other sentry. There's the commune. And now I think I can... Well, now they're getting reinforcements. Oops, and now I'm getting hit by another sentry. There we go. Oh! Lost another one. Bummer. See, this is why I'm being shy. Any more sentries? No. See, now I'm okay. Except those guys that are coming in. Now I think I can break an attack. They will take care of that one. I'll take care of the commune. Oh, except one more sentry. Oops, get out of the way, get out of the way. There we go. Nice. Nice. Did I how many did I lose? I lost 2. That's not horrible. Let me loot. Oh, that's cool. Holy moly. Damage positron cannon? Yeah, that's good, right? Tharsis plate? I don't think... Actually, I think I can jettison Tharsis plate. Does Dvalin take that? I think he might. Oops. Who's there? Who's there? Positron cannon I think Dvalin will also take, right? Oh, I can sell that. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't bother. Whoa, I got a lot of stuff that I can dump. I can dump. Luminous blasters? I don't think Dvalin wanted any of that. I don't remember now. Oh, that's for ringers. Terratons. That's mine. Okay, I'll dump these because these are... How heavy are these? Not that heavy, so I'm just full because of other things. I definitely have to... Oh, it's probably this Tharsis plate. Yeah, I gotta sell some of this stuff. I can dump... Alright, I gotta sell stuff. Anything else here that I should take before I gotta dump stuff. Let me loot one more. See if there's anything here. Oh, so I gotta jettison some of this stuff. I think I can jettison this. Dvalin does not take positron cannon. Oh, bummer. But still, I can use it to sell to Terratons. Although I'd have to repair it. So I probably should just dump them then. I'll at least dump one. If I repair one and sell it, that might be good for ringers, but gonna dump the heavy ion because it's damaged. I don't remember if Dvalin takes luminous blasters. He might not. And ion disruptors I can sell somewhere else, like Terratons or something. Okay, let's see what else. Let me just loot more stuff. That's useless. That I guess I can sell. Sad Britannia. As part of one of the things I wanted to do in CSC America, which maybe I'll carry over, is various search and rescue missions when you do lose a ship. Like when you lose a wingman, the other wingmen should essentially react and try to rescue the pilot. One of them should dock with the wreck, rescue the pilot, and either take him back to the carrier or something. The other thing that I wanted to do in CSC America is basically have some sense of some kind of abort conditions where if you lose enough wingmen, then the wingmen essentially want you to abort the mission and return to the carrier. And if you don't abort the mission, then you start to lose their loyalty, and that has certain other consequences. So some of that I would like to do. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it in the core game or if I still have to do CSC America, but we'll see. Came back with 3 wingmen. All right, well that's good. Let me repair, and now let me sell some stuff because I do want to get rid of some stuff. Who's coming? Who's coming? Oh, that was just Omnithor. Okay, I'm gonna ignore them for now. Okay, let me just read. Dvalin takes the positron, huh? Well, I'll try it. Really, the Britannia and fleet in general should be using the ion blaster. The katana has such low damage per shot, but that's my thought, and there's good lore reasons for the katana. Yeah. The AI on fleet missions should be a bit more powerful. In general, I think Wingman AI needs a lot of work, and we've talked a lot about this. Some of that I think is going to end up being better orders, and some of it is just going to be better AI. So we'll work on that for sure. Okay, let me just sell as much as I can here. I think we decided that Dvalin will not take ion disruptors, right? I don't remember. I'm going to keep those for Terratons. I'm going to sell these. I'm going to sell this. That's a pretty big, cool shield, though. Yeah, I think I will sell this. This I'll keep. I think these will not be taken by... I'm pretty sure Dvalin won't take them, but I guess I can go and double check right now. I've got a Longshoe Sphere, which I may or may not... These I can sell, I think. I don't think I need any more Domina stuff, so I can probably sell this and sell this, unless... Yeah, give Luminous Armor to Dvalin. Okay. Indeed, the Ion Disruptor is an EI weapon and thus useless for Dvalin. And Dvalin does not take light Tharsis. Okay, so then I'm going to sell those two. Thanks for your... oh, sorry. I'll keep that. I'll sell this. And... Ion Disruptor. But you know what? That I might be able to give to Terratons. Okay, let's... I thought I'd already found some Terratons. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe I haven't found Terratons. Does anyone remember? Maybe I haven't. Maybe I'll do that this episode. I'm gonna backtrack to Dvalin. Who I think is Enkidu? Yeah. Just a couple of systems back. Okay. No Terratons found yet. The R5B is good, but not worth keeping because you have better. Yeah, the Plasma Shield I'm fairly happy with. I mean, again, it's useless against Positron, it seems. Wasn't Earth supposed to show up as a usable system at some point? Yeah, that shows up in Eternity Port. And what I haven't done yet, which I would love to do, and some people have done it, I think, as mods, but what I'd love to do is essentially do an expansion that connects the Eternity Port star systems to the main vanilla star systems. You know, that's something I would love to do, but I just haven't done it yet because there's a ton of little details to work out. Most shields are useless against APC. Yeah, and I think that's okay. I mean, we're at fairly high levels now, so I think it's okay that some of those shields just, you know, don't work, or at least are, you know, weak against them. Okay, lab, offer item. Oh yeah, see, he's got a lot of things that he wants. That. Excellent condition. That. Okay, he doesn't care. That. Excellent, he likes it. Oh, but he still doesn't. He's still not giving me anything. Oh. He still won't give me anything. Okay, so well that's... Now I got nothing to offer, so... Now everything else I can sell, so I'm going to go to this settlement here and sell everything else. Oh, except no, I wanted to keep some for Terratons. Okay, well, I'll sell the crap stuff. I think Terratons will take this, so I'm going to just see. I think Terratons might take that too. Everything else is not. And everything that's damaged I can probably dump, because now I know that Dvalin won't take it. So I'm going to dump this, because these are useless. Those I might sell to Terratons. That I can jettison, because Dvalin won't take it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Alright, let's move forward. Install the jump drive. Should I do that? I guess why not, right? It's always fun to have a jump drive. I'd have to get out of my missile defense, because I don't think I have any open slots, right? Unless I get rid of one of these weapons. Maybe the A-can. Should I get rid of my... Yeah, so I don't know if I should get rid of my missile defense and put in a jump drive, or get rid of my A-can and put in a jump drive. Yeah, I'm gonna hold for now. Let me finish up. I can always install at the carrier in any case. Although the other thing you're right. I probably could install at the carrier so that I can use Elysium to basically travel fast from one star system to another, which is kind of what it's supposed to be, you know, what Elysium is supposed to be all about. ICX is virtually useless. Won't it be useful once I get to Heretic? Maybe not, huh? Okay, well, let's do it then. My goodness. Oops, I took damage. Did I lose anything? I don't think so. Orthosteel, Terracnium. Okay. Oops. Okay. Let's go to the carrier. Carrier's still disabled. Let's replace this. Okay. Stock. Let's refuel. Okay, good. tell you what, let's move forward. Okay, I've done a bunch of missions, so I can always come back. You need long reach for point defense. Ah, that's fair. Oh, this looks like, yeah, these guys. These guys I'm gonna kill with their own weapons. And do I need any more ACAN ammo? I might. But not very many. Okay, that's enough. Oh, sorry, going the wrong direction. I'm going to go forward to St. Esperance because my goal is to find loot for shells and kits. Oh yeah, I should have looted the other one. Okay, let's move forward. Let's see what we see. St. Esperance. Cool. Who are you? Ares. Ares Outpost, we'll skip that for now. I'm just going to explore the system before. Ah, another carrier. Well, that's good. Nothing there. Luminous Assembler, which I can get some more Dvalin stuff. Whoa, ranks. I'm just going to avoid for now. Omnithor. This is not unexpected. Commonwealth. Terraton Nest. There we go. Trading chamber. Okay, here we go. Now I can get some Rin. Sell. Sell. And they do take these. Good. Now, everything, I'm going to keep those. Everything else I can sell here. And I get a lot of cargo now. Sell. Sell. Got a lot of advanced analyzers. I could probably sell that, but I'm going to keep it for now. Okay. While I'm here, let me buy. What is there anything good to buy? Another Microsaur. Oh, a bunch of. Oh wow, a bunch of devices. One of those is probably a long reach. Who knows? Jeez. What do these guys have? Malachite crystals. This is a Ringer valuable, which I think, I'm not sure, but I think Ringers will offer me more than what Terratons sell it for. I'll go find out. Everything else I think is useless. Whoa, what's going on here? Luminous Assembler. Avoid that guy. There's Point Juno. Ares Outpost. I think there's nothing else around here. Oh, Rogue Fleet, which I think I can easily take. Okay, let's go over here. McAuliffe Station. Oh, that's corporate metropolis, which is cool. Another settlement. Let's try one of these now. And Ringers. Let's see. Let's see if we got anything good. Human organ. Yeah, they don't have anything that I think I would want. Super heavy ithalium armor. Whoa, but that would just give me a huge penalty. So I don't think I want that, even if it's level 10. Yeah, that would just, I don't think I want that. That would slow me down. Okay. Let's take out some of these guys. Let's start with the Rogue Fleet Cache, which should be fairly easy. Whoa, where are these guys going? This is, you know, I could swear I'd fixed this bug. Look at these guys. They're just kind of drifting with no direction. Now they're a little bit lost. I think this is a nav path problem. Huh, weird. Maybe they were just maneuvering. Maybe it's okay. Oh, guy and processor. Oh, I hate these guys. Let's go for this guy. That was not too hard. Medusa missiles, which I can sell. Okay, now let's go for this outpost. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, that looked like that's a Gaian terraformer. Oops. He's gonna start killing some of these wrecks, which is fine. And he missed. Okay. Now let me go to Omnithor. Omnithor Lab, I think I can take him from here. Oh my goodness. I know, my armor's... There we go. Oh, Hunter Killer. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, whoa. Gotta get out of there. Ah, I think I'm just gonna have to do off-bore. My front armor is so almost dead. I don't want to turn. Got him. Now that's something that, another thing I love about tracking missiles is you can go off-bore. Okay, now I really gotta go repair because I'll be dead soon at this rate. These guys haven't been attacked, they still got a full fleet. Free repairs doesn't suck. Okay, let me read. He's in a freighter, so there's kind of has to be corporate command involved. Yeah. Drifting with no direction without a path. There's a joke to be made here about today's youth. Fortunately, the Gaian seems to have run out of ammo for the derp gun. Yep, I think so. Yeah, not sure on the maths. Yeah, I wouldn't try invoke. This is what tracking weapon is for. Yeah, heavy ion blaster is an awful weapon except against the player. Yeah. Biggest problem with ICX and Heretic is one shot does not always stop quantum shells. Long reach will stop with one hit. Shell ion barrel. Yeah, cell ion barrel. Oh, I should have. Long reach is always known as either Bushido or Omnithor device. Ringers offer more. You can only afford one. All right. Let me get this assembler here. Let's see how these guys... My god, there's a lot of them. I can kite them here. Okay, that one's not thermo-immune. That one either. This one is... Oh no, not that one either. Got him. Okay, keep going. I'm trying not to waste all my missiles, but maybe that's just... Maybe that's just being... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they're starting to get their shields. Come on. My shields are down. But man, this cannon is pretty much one-shotting them almost. Not quite, but almost. Ah, asteroid in the way. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Come on. Nice. Almost, almost. Where'd you guys come from? I'm busy. I can't handle you guys right now. God, is it building faster than I'm destroying? Not quite. Almost. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. I think I'm just going to destroy this guy. I think they've evolved. Oh, took damage. Okay, now these guys... Have these all evolved? No, not quite. Some of them, I think, have. Oh, okay. Let me invoke... Defend. Let me... I think some of these are... Yeah, okay, there we go. Phew! Thermo shield. I don't think Dvalin wants any more armature, but I'm just gonna just loot some more. You can always sell it. Blast shield. I don't think he wants any more. Too bad I never kept track of what he wants and doesn't want. That should be another one of those. Another thing, God, there's so much stuff I want to do. When you talk to Dvalin, you should get a mission, and that mission should show up on your mission panel, and the mission panel should tell you what you've given Dvalin and what you haven't given Dvalin, and maybe even some hint about what he still wants. That would just, I think, make it a little bit more fair and less of a god dang it type of a thing. So I'll work on that. Ooh. I can sell all this stuff. That's cool. Okay. Nope. Oops, I missed it. Too fast. Who are these guys? Oh, ranks. Avoid. Oh, I hit it right into it. Okay. So that's that. Let me go back to the carrier. Let me repair, refuel. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice. Also, ICX has a horrible bug that you haven't fixed something like 3 to 5 years after I first reported it. I know, I apologize. I know it's somewhere in there. Okay. Yeah, I should probably go after. Let me go after this Ares outpost. I'm just gonna clean up the system as much as I can. That Luminous Assembler wasn't quite as easy as I thought, and I think now they're probably gonna be. Oops. Probably going to be a little bit more. They'll have more thermo shields, which might be okay because I think the Volan still doesn't have that. Oh my goodness, I'm just flailing. Got him. There we go. Okay. That was Ares Outpost. Let me go. There's an Omnithor Autofac. Let's try that guy. It's probably got another hunter killer with it, but I'm fairly well repaired right now, so I think I might be okay. I'm gonna hang here and I'm gonna just see what I can do. Okay. Oh, that. Almost. There we go. Now here comes somebody else. Just heavy gunships, that's okay. Yeah, hang on. Here comes Hunter Killer. Almost got him. Maybe not. There we go. Now I gotta do sustain to get my shields back, otherwise this guy's gonna kill me. What else have I got on Invoke? Strengthen, Restore. I guess I can do Restore. There we go. Oh my Jiminy. Okay, come on. There we go. Phew! You need to be using Shatter on these swarms when you're in very low health. Yeah, that's the trade-off, of course, is that if I use Shatter, I give up my Desperate Escape. So I'm not actually 100% sure that is the right strategy. You guys can tell me what you think. I mean, I guess if Shatter is guaranteed to destroy all of them, then I think I'm fine. But if there's even a chance that, you know, someone stays out of range, the next hit could kill me. But you guys have to... Fusion fire? No. I don't even know why. I gotta sell fusion rods, because once I get near carriers, I get essentially free refuels. Okay. If you can outrun, DE is better, defend is better. If you cannot, then shatter. That's fair. That's fair. That makes sense. Desperate Escape is better than Shatter usually. I'd take Guaranteed Immortality over Shatter, especially if you have Jump Drive and or Gems. Yeah, I mean that is definitely. Oh, get away. Get away. Okay, let me go back to the carrier. Let's repair and refit. Repair, 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 repair. Okay, phew. Now let me sell stuff. Whoa, they lost, looks like they lost, look at that. They lost their wing. There's no more, that sucks for them. And that was probably the, well, I don't see much wreckage, but that must have been the, maybe the, what's it called? The Gaian terraformer. Okay, let's sell. I think, let me sell to Terratons first. Yeah, figured. Ooh, they'll buy a death cube? Nice. Now everything else I can sell to these guys. Oops. I want to dock with this freighter here. Nope, nothing there. Now, let's sell, not those. Thermal shield, can I give some of this to Dvalin? I think I probably can. I'll sell this stuff though. This stuff, they're not going to take. I don't think he'll take that anymore, but I'll just carry it anyway. Sell this stuff. I'm going to sell like, well, I guess 58 of those. Sell my iron resistance. Oh, they won't take it. Oh, I think they're out of money. Okay, let me go somewhere else. I wanted to go up to McAuliffe Station anyways, just to see if there's anything I want to buy. Replace A-can with lightning turret. Wait, did I sell my lightning turret? I guess I was an idiot and sold it. That was a stupid thing to do. Why did I do that? Oh, I just was not paying attention. Let me sell 100 of these. Sell. Sell. I guess I should identify those. Sell. Although I probably should have identified those. Those are fine. Sell. Let me identify some of these things. Thallium paste. Probably don't care about that. I can probably sell those. Luminous Tame would be far more useful if it tied into an Auton Bay. Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay, buy Gem of Contrition. Buy. Field crystals? Oh well, not ion power capacitor. I forgot. It's the diamond field crystals that I want. Or is it molybdenum? God, it's those. Look how expensive these are. I want diamond, I think. So let me. Have I already seen diamond? I'm gonna buy this and analyze it because I think I can probably get more. Oh. Blue Ethereum. Now I can probably sell it, hopefully for, yeah. I mean, not that great. I don't think anyone else buys it for more than that. But that's at least more than I paid for it, so. Oh, except they're out of money too. All right, let me go back to this guy. Oh, do ringers buy it? I don't think ringers buy it. It's not a resource. Of course, now I forgot to buy the second one. Oh, no one buys them. I'll find someplace to sell them. Let me buy the second one. Oh, actually, while I'm here, let me find. Sorry, I'm ADD today. Let me find. See if they have anything else here. No. No. Ring or ambrosia? No. Nope. I don't think I need any of that. Let me buy some more seekers, though. Let me just buy these, because why not? Okay. Buy this. I don't need to buy molybdenum. I don't need to buy those. Everything else is fine. Should I get a portable auto dock? No, probably not. Okay. Diamond field crystal. There we go. Boom. Love it. Yeah, I agree. Buying and IDing the other identified crystal will be good just for the profit later. If you upgrade to level 9 or 10 shield, one molybdenum crystal is good if you upgrade. You're not fabricating, so ambrosia is not good. Yeah, so I'm not. So I don't care. So I'm not buying. Okay, let me just keep on attacking. I've got another Ares outpost over here that needs to be smashed. Oh, I'm like orbiting here. Oh. There we go. There we go. Okay. Blast plate, totally useless. And I don't think anyone can even afford it. Let me go back to, oh sorry, one last one. Oh my god, it's 5 o'clock already. This is like, we're going so fast. Okay, let me do one last thing. I still feel bad about selling that turret. Oh, luminous. I'll avoid you guys for a bit. Can I buy it back? Lightning cannon. Oh, maybe. No, where did I sell it? Didn't I sell it to? No, I didn't. No, Didn't I sell it to Luminous? I mean, to Terratons? Maybe I don't remember who I sold it to. I thought I sold a turret to the Terratons, but maybe I'm wrong. Well, in any case, it doesn't matter. I don't think I'll. Doesn't matter. Yeah, well, they got nothing I want anyways, unless I want to get a missile pod, but I don't think I do. Whoa, alien devices. Oh, here's a Mega Drive, I think. All right. Okay. Well, I think I'm in good shape. I think I'm gonna go. I think this is a good place to end it. We'll stop at the carrier as always, because I need to repair anyways. So I think this is a good place to stop it, and we'll continue next week. All right. Well, I'm pretty happy. I think we did a lot. So I'm pretty cool. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching as always. And next episode we'll continue on. I mean, we've gotten pretty far. Next episode we'll definitely do Point Juno. And I'm curious, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff I think that we need to test in Point Juno. So we'll definitely do that. But until then, have a good week, and I will see you all next Thursday. All right. Bye-bye. All right, guys. Thanks. Oh, I forgot to refuel. That's okay. I'll do that. Oh, that unknown drive was an inertialess drive. Yeah, which is kind of useless. And there's a Kitron launcher, which is hilarious but awful. The inertialess drive is one of the many things I stole from Star Control. That's one of the ships, the Airulu, I can't remember, the gray alien ship. Had essentially an inertialess drive, which I thought was pretty cool. But you know, as you guys know, I did that for game mechanics purposes and not really. It's like the jump drive. I did it for game mechanic purposes and without really at that point considering where it fits in the lore. It's fairly advanced lore-wise, so it's probably not. It's not totally appropriate for it to show up in part 1. But yeah, there it is. I don't totally wanna get rid of it. Okay, some questions. Sorry, let me just look. Question: is it okay to use ion thermal weapons in part 2? Yes, it is. Yeah, absolutely. It totally is. It totally is. I mean, obviously they would do a ton more damage because they're a little under leveled. But yeah, I think it's okay, particularly in the earlier levels. So go for it. Ari Lula Lile. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Yeah, and you guys know their Stardock, I think, bought the rights to Star Control, and I believe they're doing a reboot of it. It looks completely different, and almost certainly much deeper strategically. I just hope they kind of keep the flavor. What I loved about Star Control, besides the flavor, I mean, it's classic space opera, which I just loved and obviously stole so much from in Transcendence. But what I also loved about it is just how approachable it was. It's not a very complicated game, and it's just really, really easy to get into and to play. And yet, for all that, you know, for however easy the mechanics were, it was you know, pretty deep. There are a lot of really deep things. You know, the types of ships and combat was actually really pretty good. The only thing I didn't like about Star Control that I remember is the grind of having to go down on the planet with a lander to pick up minerals and all that. That was a little bit grindy, but you know, hey, that's not too different from grind in Transcendence. So you know, there's always that. So I've been dusting off my old proposal for some Tinker crafting reworks. I'm thinking it might be interesting to remove their quote regular item but with gimmick enhancement thing and give them more items that just inherently have the gimmick or consumables that give the gimmick. Right. Right. I think I get what you're saying. There's a ton of I'm just gonna double check, but I think I know what you're saying. There's basically a bunch of Tinker items that basically just are the normal items except with an enhancement. Let me just double check to make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah, for instance, there's regenerating ortho steel. There's ion resistant blast plate. That kind of stuff. I'm totally buying it. So basically, what you're suggesting is basically either create a new item that has that intrinsic, or craft some item with that intrinsic. I love that idea. I think that just is better flavor, I think, in my opinion. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, from a mechanics point of view, it doesn't do anything, but I think from a flavor perspective, I think that would be pretty cool. So I got no opposition to that. There is currently an IP dispute over the reboot and the sequel. Oh, for Star Control, I hadn't heard. Oh, I totally did not hear, because Stardock seems to be promoting it fairly, at least on their Twitter feed. I keep on hearing about it, and it looks kind of cool. So they look like they're going full speed ahead. Well, that sucks if there's a IP dispute. Basically, apart from the unique crafting, maybe high regen, low HP shield, consumables would be a better crafting. The other thing that's nice about consumables is it just they may last longer, because you'll be able to apply it to higher level items, and so those may just last a little bit longer. So I'm okay with that. And from a flavor perspective, that's kind of consistent with Tinkers being able to give you radiation immunity. So I think that's pretty reasonable. It's more expensive than buying the consumable, except for unique ones like repair kits, but are an assured source. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. George, about Star Control, check out this. Let me look. Oh, I see. Star Control 1, 2, and 3 aren't for sale on GOG anymore. Why not? Is this... Oh, wow. We think it necessary to clear the decks to help resolve our definitely not harmonious until recently private months-long conflict with Brad Wardell of Stardock. Huh. Oh, I see. Well, I never understood the Urquan Masters. I thought that was... I guess I never really knew where that came from. I didn't know what the IP for that was. I thought that was a essentially fan project. I didn't think Urquan Masters. I didn't think they owned the IP for Star Control. But I honestly don't know anything about what the dispute is. So it'll be interesting. That it's kind of too bad. I kind of wish they would, just get along. Can't we all just get along and create good games? But you know how it is. You can't create good games if you don't have a business model. Except for me, because I can still create games even though I don't make enough money to to pay my salary. But that's just luck. Okay. Scroll down one more, down to Khmer Pick. Unfortunately, there appears to be a growing legal conflict between us and Stardock. Oh, this is December 1st. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, I see, because they were trying to do a sequel, and then presumably that's when Stardock came in. Growing legal conflict, we started out confused at what Starduck said and did. We tried to be reasonable, settle the problem, but now after months of debate, we are flat out mad. Blah, blah, blah. Starduck bought a limited set of Atari assets at bankruptcy auction, primarily the name and trademark Star Control and certain original aspects of Star Control, like the Space Cows. It's our opinion that Atari's right to publish our earlier games terminated over a decade before the auction. We contend that Star has real rights to our game, including any code and other IP created. I guess that, again, that is what lawyers are going to resolve. It's super sad. Yep. Again, it's all just sad. Okay, let's keep going. Thankfully, no one's coming after us for trademarks. And yeah, if you do batches of 6, this is more about Tinker crafting. And if you do batches of 6, then 4 segment chips can use them later. Yeah, that makes sense. Gotta love Atari's undead corpse getting flogged over and over again. Any news on PNG support? Again, a great question. I'll be honest, it's low on my priority list. It's not going to be in 1.8. The reason it's low on my priority list is because it's mostly a convenience thing. It doesn't really enable new functionality in the game. It just makes it easier for developers to create sprites. So it's just low on my priority compared to a bunch of other stuff. That's kind of where I put it. But I keep on hearing it, so it's not 0 in my priority. It's just there's a bunch of other things in front of it. It also reduces size on disk compared to JPEG. That would somewhat surprise me. Although the bit masks absolutely do get expensive, but those are compressed. Those are gzipped in the TDB, so that should be okay, or at least not quite as bad as it used to be. If you really have problems with the bit masks, what I do is, number one, well, it depends on what you need them for, but I always do 1-bit bitmaps because I don't use some of the anti-aliasing. But if you want that, then yeah, 8-bit, do an 8-bit mask. But as long as you generate a TDB, the TDB will compress it down to essentially fairly small, at least as small as a PNG, I would think. Yeah, again, 8-bit for AA should still compress really, really well, because most of the only time you'll actually get any, anything that's not 0 or 255 is on the fringe, and that's a tiny, tiny area. The bulk of the bitmap is going to be either black or white, and so that's going to compress to nothing. So I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, I don't know how big your TDBs are, but your TDBs should be really, really small. At least not that much. They shouldn't be that much bigger than PNG, if at all. But I don't deny that PNG makes things a lot easier. Okay, so let's see what else. I've been working on part 2. And I have not, as always, gotten as much done as I wanted to. What I had hoped to do is to finish enough of part 2 this week that I could put out a new alpha with a new 1.8 alpha. But it's looking like it's not going to be this week. It'll be next week at the earliest. So I'm kind of a week behind on that. But I still think I'll get pretty decent by the end of the year. I should have a lot of the content in part 2 that we'll just be able to just go further. There's no chance I'm going to be able to release a 1.0 of part 2 this year. There's just way too much to do, and for some reason the last couple of months have been super hard to get a lot of progress in. But I've made a ton of progress, and I think early next year I'll be able to work on mostly what's going to be left by next year is the mission chains and the main mythology arc. and that I think is a matter of months, not not too much. It's not going to be a ton of time. So I fully expect to have a feature complete beta of part 2 sometime in first quarter, February maybe, end of January, February, something like that. I'll have a feature complete beta of part 2, and then we'll just test the crap out of it until we have a decent quality release, and then we'll do a full blown release of part 2. But until then, that's the plan. Question: how late can humans appear in part 2? Level 12 or 13? Yeah, I think that's okay. I mean, I'm the way I would play that, the way I think it could work and fit into the lore is, think about less about level and more about distance from Heretic. The further away from Heretic, the more the smaller these groups would have to be. Now we'd be talking, if you're pretty far from Heretic, you're talking about pilgrims, maybe like tiny random ships that strayed way too far, eking out a living somewhere away from aliens, or perhaps being helped by some aliens. But in any case, super rare. They would either be special encounters or just extremely rare encounters. Closer to Heretic, I can absolutely see, like we said before, communities of humans, figuring out how to fit into that world. And level 12 or 13, I think, is totally reasonable. 13 is when you start crossing into antimatter and nanotech, and I think that since humans in human space have started to have antimatter tech, I think it's okay that they could be up to 13. I wouldn't go too much further than that tier. I wouldn't have too many humans, for instance, at level 16. Maybe pilgrims, but I don't think any other humans would have level 16 tech yet. There just maybe has not been enough time. But there are always exceptions, and there's always going to be special missions or special cases where maybe we can explain that. Can humans in a theoretical adventure build a one-of-a-kind bioship prototype? Yeah, absolutely. I think that's reasonable. In current part 2, Exilium is kind of the largest community, and it's definitely mechanist. But I don't see a reason why another group of humans, maybe on a totally different branch, some other place, has decided to do biotech stuff. So yeah, I don't think that's unreasonable. In terms of whether some of the biotech and some of the other alien tech has filtered into human space inside the quarantine zone, I wouldn't do that in this time frame, meaning around the year where the pilgrim is doing their journey. But as the story of the pilgrim progresses, time is going to go forward in human space, and you can imagine that the tech would go forward. So depending on when you set a particular adventure, you may get a different answer. I don't know if any of that helps, but as always, if we can work out, just shoot me a PM and give me some more details, and we can work out something that will fit in the lore. But I think there's a lot of room for flexibility, is I guess my answer. I was thinking for a part 2 adventure, Mechanist and Architect get obsolete in levels, but Biotech can grow. Yeah, for part 2 adventure, absolutely, same thing. I have no problems with that. I think that would still work. A community of humans that have just chosen that path. Again, I would separate them from Exilium, perhaps, and maybe we'd have to come up with some, why are they there and what do they want to do? Maybe it's just to be left alone. But either way, I think it would work. Okay. Also, I'd like to make a single X-ray laser and maybe think about, this is about Tinkers now, a single X-ray laser and maybe think about making the Omni X-ray a commercial product rather than a Tinker product. I don't have a problem with that. I would then try to give the Tinker something else that's interesting, and I think that's fine. Did you know that the Chrome monitor looks like a CSC? Yeah, I didn't intend that. I didn't intend that at all when I did it. The look of the Chrome was always meant to be essentially, these circular shapes with cutouts. They're kind of meant they're kind of meant to evoke gun turrets, with kind of very shallow angles, and if you imagine kind of a flattened a tapered cylinder, like really just very flat with sloping sides, and then now just start doing cuts. That's kind of what my intent for the monitor was. But yeah, I mean, I think unintentionally, the way it came out, I think it came out looking like a CSC. The Grom heavy gunship is basically the Athena class missile ship. That I don't remember, because I mean I don't think there is a canonical version of the Athena. It wouldn't surprise me if subconsciously I had I've seen the Athena and subconsciously looked at it, but I didn't do it on purpose. It's also the easiest early game farming mook in EP. The Grom? When are optional libraries going to be implemented? That's a great question. Let me look at the schedule. I can. That's something that I probably can move up. I don't know if they're in 1.8. Let me just look. There's a couple of well, no, maybe not. I'll tell you, it's currently not in 1.8, but there's no reason why it couldn't be. So do me a favor. There is a record for it. Just write a comment on it saying that you are interested in optional libraries, and then that'll shoot it to the top, and I'll move it into the 1.8 stream. Or if you can't find it, just create a new one, and I'll resolve it later. Not a big deal. Okay, please see my entirely hypothetical Part 2 adventure. Quote, I wanted to go to the arena, but I took a wrong turn, and now I'm in uncharted space and surrounded by aliens. That sounds cool. Is that in the forums? Okay, I'll get a link. If I recall correctly, the Thera was planned to go to level 15, though they had technological assistance. Yes, I haven't kept up with Wolfie's side, if I remember, if that's what you're talking about. Do you think there are ethical issues with using living organisms as bioship? An in-universe question. Oh, that's a great question. That is a great question, and I think the thing I would say is, one of the things I'm playing with in Part 2 is, and I have not done a good job at this yet, but is how different the ethics of the ancient races are from the ethics of humanity, and moreover how diverse they are. There are certainly some alien species whose ethics are not too different from humanity's, or at least compatible with humanity's, but there's certainly large numbers of alien creatures whose ethics are completely different from humanity's, and core ethical concepts like the equality of all individuals, or kind of tit for tat, non-aggression unless attacked, some of those ethical principles are completely alien to these other races. So so absolutely, I think I would argue that almost by the fact that these alien races are using bioships, that means that they believe that it is ethical for them to do so, in the same way that we find it ethical to, or most of us think it's ethical to grow and raise cattle for food. So absolutely, I think from the alien perspective, they believe it's ethical. From the human perspective, I absolutely can understand that there would be potentially ethical conflict. There would absolutely be certain sets of humans who absolutely would see bioships as an unethical use of technology. But right now, at the year that we're talking about right now, with the Pilgrim, most of humanity has not dealt with bioships. This is something that the aliens have, that the Pilgrim encounters, but almost no other part of humanity really has encountered that. And the ones that find themselves outside the quarantine zone, probably have bigger ethical problems to worry about than whether or not they should use bioships. So that's kind of my long-winded answer, but it's a good question. Yeah, Grom farming is really easy in the Hercules and the Raijin, not the most rewarding, but can be worth it. Huh. I have those turned up in some games because the control scheme, I cannot find a way to turn them off. Yeah. I'm not planning part 2 money until after a near full. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Aliens who want to kill everything. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of part of the ethical thing. In part 2, again, this isn't quite clearly stated in the lore, but I know I've talked about this before. It's not stated in game, but I think it will be at some point. And I have talked about this before, but in part 2, the alien races have basically split into two major groups. There's ones that there's the big problem of the galaxy, as you would expect, is that life always grows, always expands. Think about it this way. Any life that reproduces faster than another life form is going to outcompete that other life form. So no matter what you do, no matter what philosophy you have, no matter what ethics you have, life will always compete to essentially expand to fill its niche. And once you get to a level of technology where you can conquer the galaxy, life will expand until it conquers the whole galaxy. That is by necessity going to force immense conflict, and so the galaxy for millions of years was filled with massive conflict, because every race would eventually genetically evolve to wanting to control the whole galaxy, because that's what allowed them to survive. Eventually, you can imagine that the alien races essentially agreed amongst themselves to set up a system where that didn't happen. Where instead the alien races would basically be artificially prevented from reaching certain technology levels so that they wouldn't get into these massive wars, and there'd be a set of a higher technology, almost governors or lords who are the archons, who would impose that peace on the rest of the galaxy. And so the archons are the ones that have all the high technology, and they prevent all these races from essentially going to infinite war against each other. That said, there's a whole set of races, the savage races, that are not part of this agreement, that never decided to agree to that, and they essentially are free to do whatever they want. They grow without limit, they expand however they want, but in exchange they basically are not protected by the archons. So anyone is free to attack those other races and kill them, because hey, they're essentially just like wild animals, at least from the perspective of the more civilized races. So that's kind of goes into some of the ethical discussion. Okay. The leader of the Grom Worlds is Arco Vaughn. I mean Morningstar. Huh? I do get a little confused. Any chance we'll see alien generation ships trying to reach the bits outside the Stargate network of this galaxy? Because I played with that as a human space but not human space setting. Have folks used slow ships to get outside of the Stargate network and into cut-off branches, etc.? That's a great question. I hadn't thought of that, but it's a really, really great question. I have not thought of that. I think that's something that would be really a lot of fun to explore. For sure, I'm trying to think. One thing I can sort of believe is that very few places in the galaxy, at least kind of around the core and the arms, very few places in the main part of the galaxy are not connected by a Stargate. But that said, there are billions of worlds, so yeah, there probably are billions of worlds that are not part of the Gate network, and then yeah, maybe slow ships would help. But it's a good question. But honestly, I have not thought of it that much. So that's a really good question. The Archon system doesn't entirely seem to be working. It must be said. Yeah. I mean, and this is where I say that the Archons prevent essentially the friendly races from fighting each other. But they don't. But you know, they have no sway over the other races, and not even the capacity necessarily to exterminate those other races. So basically, instead of having all-out war where every race is against each other, you have kind of a more controlled. Most of civilization is peaceful, but at the edges and at various places, there's conflict with these savage races. So it doesn't mean that there's no war, only that there's no galactic-wide war, I guess is how I would say it. Broken Stargate paths. Yes, that I think fits well with the concept that you're talking about, that some things are not accessible. Can you have locked Stargates in Part 2? I think the answer is yes. Again, I haven't thought it too deeply, so I don't know exactly under what conditions, but I think what I would say is that you know, there's probably lots of parts of the galaxy that for whatever reason, maybe because of war or because of, you know, some, you know, civilizations have faded or whatever, that just do not have you know, maybe are not part of the civilized world anymore. So either because the Stargates are unused or locked or something, I can totally imagine those kind of scenarios. I can also imagine scenarios where alien races deliberately lock themselves away from other parts of the galaxy so that, you know, they can feel safer. I can imagine that. I think that's less common just because then you lose trade with the other alien races. But I can totally imagine it. I think that would happen. Yeah, something like Heretic, but more common. I mean, I can also imagine cases where, again, like Heretic, there are cases where there are localized dangers that either the Archons or other people decide we're just going to lock this off until, you know, until the threat disappears. And it doesn't have to be, you know, another species like humanity. It could be, you know, well-known alien dangers, or it could even be natural dangers. Maybe it's somewhere there's a pulsar that's just emitting way too much radiation or something. So I can totally imagine those kinds of things. Yeah, so I completely agree. One-way Stargate paths, I think, are also quite reasonable. The Part 2 is not going to cover nearly the entire galaxy. I mean, Part 2 is going to have Stargate networks through the main arms, but you will see, I mean, and you already see on the map, there's tons of little regions of the galaxy that do not show up in Part 2. That's deliberately that way for people to create expansions, both official and non-official, so that I think you will be able to always find a place in the galaxy and do whatever you want there with it. Just create an adventure. Even then, the galaxy is a large place. TSB plays with both third group of allied, technically savage civilizations that is hiding out in an archipelago of gate clusters. Yeah, and I think again, I expect that is not that uncommon. So yeah, I think all that works. I mean, the galaxy is a huge place, and I don't intend to fill in every single corner of the galaxy. I definitely intend large pieces of the galaxy to be undefined in any official adventure, to allow for expanded universe type adventures for allowed for people to fill in with whatever they want. So yeah, that's absolutely right. So all right, well, 5:30, so I got to get going, start dinner. But thanks again. Always, these are great questions. As I said, I'm still working on part 2. I don't have as much to report, but I will next week. I hope by next week I'll be a little bit closer to getting a new release out. So that's my plan. But until then, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your questions. There's a lot of great questions, and we'll see you all next week. All right, take care.